Hey, Craig, great to see you.
Great to be here, Joe.
Thanks for taking the time. Hey, tell me a little bit. At your partner conference, I think it was back in April 2010, you and other NetSuite executives mentioned it being the year of the channel in the cloud. Do you think that actually happened? Was it the year of the channel in the cloud?
I do feel like there really was a year where the ball moved regarding the decisions that the traditional mid-market VAR was making regarding cloud-based applications. We saw significant results in partner ads, and we saw really significant results in the size of those partners and the complexity of those partners. Larger organizations that have been harder to make move in the past now acting a lot more quickly. But that said, while I think that was all true, I still think we've got a long way to go. And I think, we kind of feel like that maybe 2011 is the year of the VAR in the cloud, really. That this is the year that is really the year where maybe instead of just really seeing a lot of increased momentum, that this is the year it really starts to explode, and we really start to see the adoption. Last year being the predictor of the adoption, this year really being the execution on the adoption, I think.
Since that partner conference back in April 2010, how has your own partner messaging or partner strategy evolved? Have you made any major changes, or has it just been a matter of signing up new partners who are coming into the existing program?
There's always been this momentum or this sort of messaging in the marketplace, I think probably from the on-premise VARs, around the fact that, a move to the cloud requires you to reinvent your business. So we did this 100% margin launch last year where we told folks, hey, optionally you can get paid under our traditional revenue scheme, which is a 50% year one, 30% residual revenue scheme, or you can actually get paid 100% of the year one margin. Mm-hmm. And that was really around making a deal look more like an on-premise deal, right? So that things like commission comp plans for sales reps and sales engineer plans and revenue streams that the VARs used to receiving, those things didn't have to change. That was a real game changer for us, I think, in the marketplace. Really brought a lot of light to NetSuite as a real thought leader, not only in the cloud, but also for partners in the cloud. So that was one of the biggest things we probably did programmatically. We've done iterated on a lot of things since then. We've significantly grown staff in the channel at NetSuite. So today we're about 50% staffing growth to my field sales managers and other resources. Part of that's in response to the growth this year, but then part of that's is planning going into the growth we expect to see next year.
So Craig, how has the partner base evolved over the past year or so?
Yeah, so we've seen certainly increased momentum in both the number of partner ads and the size of those partners. Historically speaking, our partners really been kind of what I would consider a boutique consultancy. Boutique, not so much in size, but necessarily that their business has really been primarily focused around business management apps. Right. Not the kind of folks that were doing infrastructure, servers, Cisco type stuff, but really focused on business apps. The big change we've seen this year is even for those boutique folks, we've certainly seen larger, more established folks that maybe had long-running established businesses in Microsoft or SAP financials communities moving. And we've also really seen an uptick then in the larger firms, particularly in the accounting community. So we did some announcements this year about some folks of the larger accounting firms. We have some other things we're working on that I think will probably shake out here in Q1 I think will really be changers when we talk about the size and scale and scope of the organizations delivering NetSuite services to the community.
Okay. Are some of your VARs and channel partners getting into software development and software customization a little bit and adding value onto your platform?
Yeah, definitely. It's a different kind of technical prowess, right? So that the whole server, database tuning, OS kind of thing, that whole thing goes away.
Right.
And technical competency really now becomes business process type stuff. But particularly in NetSuite and because of our strength with our platform play, there's a lot of opportunity for VARs to take what is NetSuite's basic functionality and then extend it, whether it's around business process or additional requirements. So there is a technical competency there, but it's really more around business process analysis, business mapping, and then potentially turning that into product in NetSuite via typical tools like Java, right? So standard tools, but yet a technical competency, and then that kind of leads ultimately to then these VARs then basically having solutions, which they own the domain expertise and the IP on, and they can ultimately then productize.
Sounds great. Well, Craig, thanks for the update. I appreciate the time.
My pleasure. Anytime.